For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. With a collider and a bit of quantum magic, CERN turns lead into gold in the Large Hadron Collider LHC. Lead was turned into gold, reported with scientific precision by the ALICE collaboration. It sounds like something out of a medieval alchemical manuscript, but today, this is a physically verifiable process, even if it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. The idea of turning cheap lead into precious gold has fascinated minds for centuries. Alchemists believed that elements differed only in their qualities and could be transformed from one to another. Modern science refuted those hopes on a chemical level, but with the development of nuclear physics, it turned out that atomic nuclei really can change their structure. However, that requires particle accelerators, not flasks and potions. Lead and gold are heavy elements, and the collision of their nuclei can provoke unstable states, potentially leading to the ejection of individual particles. At ALICE, scientists study so-called ultra-peripheral collisions, when two lead ions fly past each other at incredible speeds, almost the speed of light, without direct impact. Yet even with this, touch at a distance, their powerful electromagnetic fields generate photons, which can interact with the nuclei. When such a photon hits a lead nucleus, it excites its structure and can cause it to eject neutrons and protons. Lead has 82 protons, gold has 79. Ejecting 3 protons makes this nuclear transmutation physically possible. Exactly such events were registered by LIE detectors. Using a special detector, researchers from the ZDC team calculated the number of interactions in which a nucleus lost between 1 and 3 protons. Each such process corresponds to the transformation of lead into another element, thallium, mercury, or gold. Gold production is the rarest, but during the second phase of collider operation, 2015-2018, more than 86 billion such nuclei were registered. In terms of mass, that's about 29 picograms, literally a speck of dust on a scale. Although the number of these transformations has doubled in the current phase of the collider, the volumes remain microscopic. These gold-bearing nuclei live only for fractions of a second and are instantly destroyed upon collision with the accelerator walls, becoming streams of subatomic particles. Nevertheless, the achievement is impressive in its own right. It's not only an experimental confirmation of the possibility of transmutation of heavy elements via electromagnetic processes, but also a valuable contribution to understanding beam loss mechanisms, which hinder accelerator operation. For future colliders, this knowledge will be crucial. So if alchemy has found its realization in modern science, it is only in the spirit of knowledge, not in pursuit of wealth. A dream come true, but in the physicist style. The universe is decaying faster than we thought. Researchers have discovered that the universe around us is decaying much faster than previously believed, thanks to Hawking radiation, the theoretical process by which black holes evaporate over time, as described in a soon-to-be published paper in the Journal of Cosmology and Astroparticle Physics. Scientists from Radboud University in the Netherlands found that the final remnants of dead stars could disappear in about 1078 years, A1 followed by 78 zeros, compared to earlier predictions of 1100 years. While that still sounds like an incomprehensibly long time, which it is significantly shorter than previous expectations for the universe's lifespan on a cosmic scale. Even more interesting, the team discovered that not only black holes are subject to Hawking radiation. Other celestial objects, including neutron stars, the incredibly dense remnants of dead stars, are also affected by this process. As a result, scientists concluded that white dwarfs, once thought to be the most stable stellar corpses, could actually be the harbingers of the end of the universe as we know it. After roughly 1078 years, in the mid-1970s, the late physicist Stephen Hawking proposed that particles and radiation could escape from black holes, a claim that contradicted Einstein's theory of relativity. These particles can appear as entangled pairs near the event horizon. One is sucked in, and the other is emitted into space. Now, scientists have found that even neutron stars, despite their weaker gravitational fields, can succumb to Hawking radiation. Interestingly, black holes may actually prolong their own lifespans by reabsorbing part of this radiation. The team also calculated how long it would take for other objects, like the Moon, or even a single human, to evaporate via Hawking radiation. The answer, approximately 1090 years. However, their paper notes that this estimate neglects other astrophysical processes of evolution and decay, as well as induced changes in mass density. The vanishing train that drifts through time and space, the mysterious riddle from 1911, remains unanswered in the annals of history. There is an old legend in human history about a train that traveled through time and vanished without a trace, only to reappear here and there in different parts of the planet across various points in the past and future. Let's revisit the tale. It all began on June 14, 1911. On this day, the Zanetti Railway Company planned the maiden voyage of a luxurious train meant for Italy's elite. The route passed through scenic areas and the longest tunnel in Europe at that time, located in the Lombardy Mountains. Records say the first hours of the trip went smoothly. In fact, wealthy passengers praised the luxurious service and were enjoying the experience. But things took a strange turn just before the train entered the mountain tunnel. The train went into the tunnel, but never came out the other side. Onlookers, waiting expectantly, were stunned to see the train disappear into darkness and never return. After a long wait, speculation grew. Perhaps there was a malfunction or an accident. Authorities organized a rescue team. Volunteers combed the tunnel from end to end, but found no trace of the train, its passengers, or crew. Witnesses insisted the train never left the tunnel. Officials, however, declared that it was impossible for a train to simply vanish inside a mountain, and that's when the story gets even stranger. A second rescue search discovered two dazed passengers wandering in the darkness, lightly injured. They explained they had jumped from the train in panic after a series of inexplicable events. According to their account, just before entering the tunnel, they felt vibrations and heard a loud humming noise. A dense, thick fog engulfed the train. Panic spread among the passengers. Overcome with fear, they leaped from the train. Those who investigated the incident encountered bizarre reports leading nowhere. One of the oldest records is by a monk in Modena, 400 years earlier, who described the appearance of a large metal tube full of people in strange clothing. In 1845, a doctor in Mexico treated a group of 104 Italians in odd outfits. They were hysterical, claiming to be from Rome and that they had arrived by train. One of them had a cigarette box dated 1907. Another account from 1955 describes the sudden appearance of a train on the tracks in Zavallichi, Ukraine. A local worker claimed it came out of nowhere and ran over several chickens. That same year, residents of Pune, India, saw a train full of passengers in outdated clothes. In 1991, a mysterious train was spotted in Poltava, another city in Ukraine. Various sources claim sightings of the interdimensional train in Romania, Russia, and Germany. In some cases, the vehicle wasn't even moving along rails. Could a train vanish only to reappear at different times and locations in space, time? Are the passengers trapped in a time loop, oblivious to our reality, living on the border of different dimensions?